Greetings, it's Eric Packer, New Zealand naturopath, author of Candida Crusher. Thank you for checking out this video. I'm going to talk about fibre today. What are some of the best fibre supplements to take with Candida? I'm not so much going to talk about supplements, I want to talk more about foods. So if you clicked on this thinking, aha, I can take supplement with Candida, I'm glad you're watching, because I'm going to talk about food when it comes to fibre. Okay? I think it's more important that you eat the right kind of foods that contain the right kind of fibres if you really want to get the bowel functioning properly and get good intestinal microflora happening. So I'm just going to read out a little bit from my book, Candida Crusher. This is actually, I think, around page 2 or 300. It's in the introduction to healthy eating section. So, interesting thing with fibre before I begin is to let you know that people in developed countries probably eat about between 20 to 30 grams per day maybe. But if you go to underdeveloped countries, people eat 100 grams, 150 grams plus. They have lots of small bowel motions. Okay, they don't have sinking motions. They have motions that float, that are very fibrous. And bowel cancer is unheard of in countries like the underdeveloped countries. I spoke with an Irish doctor friend of mine who practiced in Africa for many years, for over 20 years, then moved to Dublin to practice, and he said he never saw bowel cancer in a lot of these African countries, but saw plenty of it back home. And he put it down to the lack of bowel cancer in the underdeveloped nations to high fibre diet. Dr. Alan Gaby, the past American president of the Holistic Medical Association, has got an interesting saying: small stools, big hospitals; big stools, small hospitals. Think about it. So you want to eat less, lose weight, feel full and improve your bowel tone? Then eat more soluble fibre. These foods include pears, oranges, strawberries, kiwi fruit, carrots, psyllium hulls, slippery elm bark powder, lentils, rolled oats and cucumber. Soluble fibre fills you up and it swells in your tummy due to its ability to hold water, makes you feel full and thereby eat less. Now before you start yelling at me saying, but I can't have oranges and I can't have pears and I can't have this and I can't have that, go back and listen to what I just said of the list. There will be foods you can have in that. And as your gut improves and Candida becomes less, you'll be able to eat that whole list of foods, okay? Even in small amounts, but you'll be able to eat them to a degree. So soluble fibre is very important because it also provides a very good beneficial food for bacteria, good bacteria to thrive on in the gut. More beneficial bacteria, less of the bad bacteria and less Candida. So the bad bacteria tend to outnumber Candida, and the beneficial bacteria far outnumber the bad ones. So these soluble foods are good to eat to increase good bowel tone. You can probably add pawpaw, papaya to that as well. Papaya and kiwi fruit, and particularly Jerusalem artichokes, are very good sources of prebiotic fibres. So you want to bulk up your bowel motions, or perhaps clean out that lazy bowel. So maybe you're going to have bowel motion every 2 days like a lot of people. We had a patient a few days ago that has one every 14 days of bowel motion. But her doctor said it's fine because it's what she normally does. So if you want to clean out the lazy bowel, include insoluble fibre into your diet. All right? These foods include brown rice, onions, leafy green vegetables like broccoli and spinach, celery, bulgur or cracked wheat, chia seeds, various nuts and seeds, and whole grains. So the insoluble fibres contain fibres that bulk the stool up. Okay. Remember, big stools, small hospitals. Small stools, big hospitals. You remember that by the end of this video. So you want to reduce the amount of gas and bloating you have and feed up the good bacteria you've got. So now we're going to talk more about foods that really help to feed the beneficial bacteria in particular. I recommend you consume a combination of fermented and cultured foods, right, as well as foods which contain prebiotics. Basically, these are beneficial sugars which feed the friendly bacteria. The prebiotic feeds the probiotic, and these foods include Jerusalem artichokes, garlic, onions, shallots, scallions, and spring onions. So these foods also contain a lot of sulfur, which help to cleanse and purify the body. So that whole allium family is fantastic to eat if you've got Candida. Garlic, onions, shallots, chives, spring onions. Try and eat some of those cooked and also raw every day, and that will significantly help to cut down on gas and also feed up the good bugs. Jerusalem artichoke contain a lot of inulin. Inulin is one of the best of the healthy sugars to feed up the lactobacillus species. So try and get some Jerusalem artichokes. It's going to save you a ton of money because you won't need to buy handfuls of these probiotics all the time. Probiotics are useful, but try and get your prebiotics from food. Okay, I'm developing a probiotic product right now, but I will never include prebiotics in it. I think it's a load of crap to put prebiotics in a capsule. I think you should get this from your diet, not from a capsule. All right, it makes a lot of sense. The small amount you put in a capsule is not really going to be a benefit. You need to get this from your food. So by eating the right kind of fibers in your diet, it's going to really provide you, a lot of good health. It's going to improve the bowel tone. It's going to improve the beneficial bacteria, which will crowd out the Candida. It's going to stop bloating and gas. It's going to have the ability to pass good bowel motions every day, and that's very important. I'll leave you with one more thing. Small stools, big hospitals. Big stools, small hospitals. Thanks for tuning in.